you don't see a lot of capital cases that fit this fact pattern. Capital cases that tend to fit the fact pattern are when police are murdered, or there's multiple victims, or there are some egregious other circumstances. And look, death is death. It doesn't make a difference, tragically, to Brian Thompson, the CEO of United Healthcare, the former CEO of United Healthcare, or his family. Doesn't obviously bring him back to life, but the underlying factors and the underlying circumstances matter. If somebody dies in a tragic car accident, we don't necessarily sentence the person to death. They may be criminally culpable or not. So we look towards the intent element anytime we're looking at how severe a murder charge is or ought to be. And to get to that really super high level that carries with it the death penalty, it's just a lot to get there. And Luigi Mangione has shown a lot of signs and symptoms of mental health issues. That's another factor that I think is going to heavily weigh against the government trying to have him executed. This is a young man who his parents reported him missing. His mother reported him missing within weeks of this. This is a young man who his classmates say that they didn't really recognize him or his rhetoric or his behavior anymore for the last 6 months. So when you talk about that, there's a real push in this country towards understanding mental health. Not saying that Luigi Mangione ought to go free, not saying that he's innocent necessarily, but it certainly all weighs heavily against capital punishment.
I'm glad you mentioned